There we go. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Man, we just got hit with so much shit over the last few hours, guys. If you guys watched the stream last night, you guys know that FTT, FTX, and Binance got into the squabble over the past few days, and it looked like the $22 level finally broke down yesterday. We're going to be looking at that, plus a lot of other information here for the next few hours. Loki wants to say hi a lot. But hey, Justin, hey, BDQ, hope you're doing well. But man, guys, yeah, the entire market's just in a little bit of a free fall at this moment in time. There's probably going to be plenty of buying opportunities here, but you're seeing drops that we haven't seen in a while. And this is pretty reminiscent of what we saw happen the last time we tested out that 20-week moving average for Bitcoin. I don't know what it is, but we're starting this new trend, at least in this current bear market, where anytime we break above that 20-week moving average, we seem to get annihilated back down here, like just demolished. I'm looking at Bitcoin down 11%, Ethereum down 15, Ethereum Classic down 15, Dogecoin down 20, FTT, down about 80%, BNB only down about 6, ADA about 8, STMX, one of my favorites, down 20%, low market cap. Sol down 20, Matic down 17, Doge on Mars down 23, XRP down 15, Bitcoin Cash down 13. So we're seeing a just complete rout in the market right now. So let's kind of see what's going on here as far as how bad things are looking. Some of you guys may have had opportunities to actually open up some shorts over the last few hours. I had an Ethereum short which did pretty well, and I just opened up a Bitcoin short earlier this morning. They're working out fairly well. Just dive into it a little bit here. So first of all, we do have FTM right now, guys. This thing had a wild ride. This is just the weekly chart, so you guys can see in totality how much this thing is dumped. I told you guys last night, if we did really break down below that next support level, which was like right around here, around 12, 13 bucks, we really didn't have much support to stop us from just tanking, and we really just tanked, guys. We go over here to the 15-minute chart. We were live when this happened last night, but we thought maybe we'll find some way to have a reversal. Maybe FTX really isn't having that big of an issue. They're in crisis mode. The news came out a while ago that FTX is going to be, the international FTX is going to be bought out by Binance, so that may be interesting for you guys to know. That led to a big short squeeze here, big pop, and then right afterwards we just started coming down and then just crashing hard here. Now, over the past few minutes, you have seen FTX try to make a little bit of a rebound. But guys, this is really this reminds me a lot of what we saw a few months ago with the Celsius and Voyager. I don't want to take any chances. I told you guys I was moving all of my money off the out of all of my FTX accounts, which was only just a couple grand. But I was able to remove all of my money from kind of looking over some people's Twitter accounts and kind of learning more about the situation. It seems like the FTX USA, the US company, that seemed to be doing okay. It actually seemed like their international business, that was the part that the international company was having issues with allowing people to withdraw their funds. So to put this in a perspective that maybe you guys understand, you guys know how there's Binance US and Binance. Well, imagine if Binance was having issues, but Binance US was okay. So I actually had no problem with moving my funds last night. Everything went very, very easily, very, very nice. I'm all out of FTX. All of my assets are out of it. I had no problems whatsoever. Maybe like a few minutes of waiting, but I had no problems removing some of my money out of there. But right now, we take a look here at Bitcoin. We broke down. So if you guys took that short opportunity, you guys are looking very happy right now. Although I would have said most of you guys probably have scaled out a large portion of your positions at this point in time. But you could definitely see that Bitcoin just came crashing down very, very hard here. I'm going to open up another chart here. Let me go to tutorials for short videos. Let's do this one, I guess, for now. Oh, no, probably not, because they don't have the moving averages on there just yet. Tutorial for channel. Okay, let's do this one. We just want to go to the simple moving averages here. But we go over here to Bitcoin very fast. You can see the spike we had off of the good news with Binance and FTX. But look at this. Oh, that's Binance coin. I want Bitcoin. There we go. The last two times we've ran up against this 20-week moving average, we close above it, and then the following week we just tank, right? Same happened right here. but it happened right here before the death cross, or after the death cross between the 20 and 50 week moving averages. We made our way up, we broke out above it, we held, and then we crashed. It seems like, you know, I think whales are playing some games with this, because normally, I told you guys yesterday, a lot of the large YouTubers out there, like Benjamin and a couple other large dogs, they use the 20-week moving average to symbolize the start of a bull market, or the you know, the ending of a bear market, right? And I'm guessing a lot of people kind of follow that mentality, because, you know, if the larger YouTubers do it, it kind of becomes a new standard, if you will. And man, 2 out of 2, this bear market cycle, when we get above this 20-week moving average, we dump. And it's not like some type of gradual fall. It's just a flat-out dump here. So, unfortunately, we did break down below the June lows here. So, Bitcoin did find new 2020 lows. I told you guys I thought the bottom wasn't in for Bitcoin. I've been pretty adamant about that. And, you know, I've hit some resistance with people on other YouTubers and TikTokers and Twitter people. But, you know, even though I guess I can say told you so, I didn't really foresee it happening like this. With FTX having liquidity issues, with Binance having to bail them out, and this whole catastrophe. I was watching CNBC this morning, and CNBC didn't even know how to talk about what was going on. I mean, that's the thing. Like, they have no idea how to explain it to the audience, the chaos that's happening in the crypto markets right now. But we're definitely seeing some once-in-a-lifetime crazy moves just off of some really weird stuff. Like, you know, the saga of FTX and Alameda really having their phony money set up here after it became exposed. You know, maybe it was right for you know, Binance to really sell off their position. But at this point, I don't even know if they are, or if they will. We've heard some news coming out of Twitter over the past few hours. Let me see if I can scroll down and find something for you guys here. People talking about the breakdowns and whatnot. Let's see. A 30-year-old crypto billionaire wants to give his fortune away. He did it. Oh god, the memes right now, guys, are just insane. There we go. Let's go here. There we go. So this is what CZ said earlier this morning. This is what caused that initial big pop that we saw. Let me go to the 15-minute chart for Bitcoin. Right here, that initial big pop that we had, that was caused off of this tweet plus the tweet coming out from Sam. This afternoon, FTX asked for our help. There was a significant liquidity crunch. To protect users, we signed a non-binding LOI and intending to fully acquire FTX.com and help cover the liquidity crunch. We will be conducting a full DD in the coming days. Now, they haven't bought it yet. It's not a done deal yet. They have to go in and make sure it's worth actually buying, and it's not going to like infect their company, so to speak, okay? But as long as their finances hold up a little bit, we should see Binance be able to acquire FTX. And that means if you guys have funds in FTX, or you guys are having issues with it, you guys should be able to get some of that capital back, kind of like a Voyager situation here. But let's hope it doesn't end up being that bad, right? But that's the big news of the day right now. But I mean, if you just go scrolling down Twitter, you see so many different examples of what was going on. You know, this is from an hour ago. Just in, FTX had $6 billion of net withdrawals in 3 days. That's freaking a lot. Remember, guys, I told you guys last night it had to be at least $1 billion, because the number we were getting on Twitter at the time was 500 million of just stable coins. I was way off. I thought maybe $1 billion, over $1 billion, not even close. It was 6 billion. 6 billion net withdrawals in just the last 3 days. Absolutely insane right now, guys. So, you know, we'll be watching this for a while here. I'm going to be streaming for a large part of the day today. I'll be making some videos later on, but I mean, tonight I'm watching the lecture with my family. But what a day, guys. What an absolute freaking day. But let's keep on going down here. What's right here? SoftBank Vision Fund is undefeated in being the last check to any company before it blows up. Man, I mean, Capo of Crypto, he's been calling for a drop too. He's been a good guy. Let's see. So here, Bitcoin at 18,000. Okay, not much else here. Digital asset news is, aren't you glad you took some profit? I know a lot of people are. Right now, guys, we can see Bitcoin. Let's just go back over here to that low. You guys can see we did break down to do 2020 lows only by a little bit. There was a little bit of support there, but we weren't able to hold. We'll have to see if Bitcoin continues to fall. We could be down quite a bit by the end of the night here if Bitcoin cannot hold the 17,000 level about there. Otherwise, we may be going down to 14,000, 12,000, 16,000. We're going to be going back down to that range that we talked about a few days ago, or last night even. So just buckle up, guys. We didn't really see this happening. I didn't see FTX being kind of a fraud company. But, after all the news that's came out over the last few days and last few hours, it seems like them with the other company that Sam owns, Alameda, they've had a lot of issues, a lot of fake money being moved around, and pretty much that hedge fund, it could be they leveraged using the FTT token. So with the way crypto's been dropping, they probably got margin call destroyed. You may see Alameda go bankrupt after all said and done. Not FTX, but Alameda may have gone bankrupt here. But you can just definitely see the carnage going on from this. I don't know. We haven't seen an event like this in a long time, especially one that was this public and kind of a feud going on between two major exchanges. Let's see. And let's just kind of move this down here. Can I not? Oh, I guess I need to make it a line or a horizontal line, not a ray. Oh, that works actually for now. All right. There we go. Just so you guys can see what we're fighting for at this point in time. The 2022 lows, guys, we're not in a good spot. We're trying to break out. We're trying to have some good reversals here. But the goal right now, honestly, if you guys are day trading or you guys are buying the dip, you just want to have some type of semblance of a higher low setting up. That way we can start to go sideways just enough to move up a little bit higher here. But again, let's go over to CoinMarketCap. That means in the last 7 days, Bitcoin's down about 11%. Last 7 days, Ethereum is down 17%. BNB is down 3%. So that's not bad. XRP is down 15%. ADA is down 9%. Dogecoin's down 37%. Polygon's up 15%. That's still good, but that's from the big run-up we had a few weeks ago. Solana's down 30%. DOT's down 16%. Tron's down 8%. Sheeb's down 17%. AVAX down 16%. Uniswap down 17%. Everything's pretty much falling at this point in time. Let's go over here. We can see the biggest winners of the week. Pax Gold. That one's up about 1% in the last 24 hours. Oh, excuse me, last 7 days up 3%. The biggest loser. Oh, see, how did it do that? Okay. OKB is up 27%. So we do have some movers here still. But, that's because they had previous booms. In the last 7 days, though, FTT is down. It's at number 77. Remember, guys, we were just talking about it maybe just getting into the 40s or 50s here last night. 80% Ethereum POW. This is one thing that Alameda owns. Down 33%. Dogecoin down 37% after the big pump we had a few days ago. APT 37%. And as far as Dogecoin's concerned, guys, it goes back into that theory that we've been talking about where it just pumps up and then it dumps right after. I think it had the potential to go up even higher. But with this news coming out, nothing was able to survive this. Nothing. Like, let's add an RSI over here very fast. And let's go over here to maybe the daily chart for Bitcoin. We're not even at those lows from June as far as the RSI is concerned. Hopefully, if all this, if big if here, but even if we do maybe make some more lows here in the following days, hopefully, we just come back down here to like a 20 again. We're currently at about 34. Maybe that means we just come back down to $16,000 or $15,000 and we don't go all the way back down to like 10,000, 12,000, which would be a really big event. A lot of people would lose a lot of money, and a lot of altcoins would also lose a lot of money there. So definitely be careful with it. But if you guys looking to short, well, I wouldn't say open up a short now because you guys missed your opportunity off of some of those breakdown levels we had been talking about for the past few days. But let me just X out of this for now. That real easy shorting opportunity happened to be right there. Go to the 5-minute chart right there. The news kind of messed it up a little bit, but if you guys were still holding the technical breakdown, you guys would have been fine. But there's been so much volatility today that most people are kind of terrified to be trading in this market. Look at that 4-hour chart. Breakdown, everything's looking fine. Big news comes out, and then boom. So a lot of people might have actually been stopped out there. But yeah, so just, you know, be careful. We're going to chill here for a little bit of time, looking at a bunch of different charts here because Bitcoin already made new 2022 lows. Hopefully this is as low as we're going to go. There's some buyers right now just because everything is freaking dropping like a rock. But it doesn't mean we can't go down further, especially with CPI data coming out this Thursday, the election happening today, and the ever-evolving situation coming out of FTX and Alameda and Binance. All right, there we go. And hey, Justin, hey, Brandon, hope you guys are doing well. I just bought a bunch of crypto. I got too crazy on the dip. I mean, if you guys are long-term investors, this is a great opportunity to soak some up for your long-term holdings. Do I think Solana will rebound? I mean, it can, but I don't know if it's going to rebound in the short term here. Let's take a look at it very fast. So we've already hit new 2022 lows here. We're trying to find a little bit of a support level for Solana right around this level right here of $19.12. So how close did we actually get to that here? We got fairly close. We got under 20 bucks. So I would say if you wanted to buy under 20 bucks, that would have been a good opportunity, but it already happened here. Yes, it can rebound. It might even do more of a V-shaped recovery, but just be careful with it. I'm not going to really be doing much day trading in this environment, unless it's maybe Ethereum or Bitcoin, because those follow the technicals pretty well. These other coins have too many other issues. Right now with Solana, the big issue with it is FTX and Alameda, they own a bunch of Solana. So if they need to prop up their FTX coin, I don't even know if they're going to try at this point. If they do prop it up here, they're going to be selling Solana in order to do that, and that's going to hurt Solana's price quite a bit. So yeah, it can. I don't think Solana is going to go out of business once all is said and done. So my Solana long-term holds are just going to be nice and fine in my account, I believe. But yeah, I'm more worried about it in the short term and medium term right now, not so much the long term for Solana. Just like, everything else. I'm looking at the charts right now. FTM is down 19%. How low is it at the lows here? Open to potential low. At one point, it was down 31% today. You could call a lot of this small capitulation moments. At one point, this was down 36% today. DOT at one point was down 18% today. So you are seeing a bunch of capitulations happen. I think the best way to look at this stuff, though, is usually just go to the monthly chart for a lot of these plays. So you can see Bitcoin on the monthly chart, right? Coming back down now. Now it looks like we're coming back down. Ethereum about to break down, but we're still doing okay relative to where we were before, just because Ethereum fell down so much. Ethereum Classic still coming down, but still in a good spot. Dogecoin still in a good spot relative to the lows of June, right? We saw more of them to come down. FTT gone, tank. BNB doing just fine. ADA finding new lows. STMX finding new lows. Solana finding new lows. Matic still doing okay for the month overall. Elon, XRP, right? Different coins are having their different issues. Sheeb still holding up better than the 2022 lows. Like even go back to Dogecoin. A lot of these coins that have come down a lot more over the past few months, over the past couple, year or so, they've managed to still do okay. I mean, they've come down more than everything else, but even now everything's kind of leveling out. But I mean, GTC coming back down, UFO token finally coming back down, Filecoin new lows, Spell token new lows, Chili's coming back down, just getting rejected off of that 20-month moving average here actually. But I mean, yowza. I think most things are just heading for those support levels here. So this is Chili's. If Chili's were to break down below this, I think Chili's would probably come back down to like maybe the 10-cent range or so. That'd be like losing about 50% of its value from where it is now. And for now, we don't need the Fibonacci extension on Bitcoin just because we're not going to be going up anytime soon off of this mess. We already had the breakdowns here. Let me go over here to settings. Now I want to change the color up. There we go, and there we go. Apply it all. That makes my life a little bit easier. Yeah. But right now, yeah, we're just trying to see if Bitcoin can manage to make its way back up. I think it'd be okay to take the opportunity to buy here, but your stop loss is going to be pretty darn thin, maybe around 16,500 if you were going to buy around here. see. Hey BDK, you didn't see these drops coming, Mike? Twitter and Facebook are shit right now. Big tech has a huge role in what happens to crypto in the bear market, right? I saw the drops coming, but I didn't see them coming from FTX. FTX is the big thing that's crazy right now. I didn't really see this whole saga ending up like this. So I only learned about the Alameda kind of fun money, paper money scam that they're kind of doing with the FTT token yesterday. Off of some people from Twitter. Like, I knew there was going to be new 2022 lows. I got some heat from it from people from saying that I think we're going to have new lows and how the bottom wasn't in, right? I don't know how many people on Twitter over the past like few weeks have said that we're going to have new, we bottomed out. The June lows are in. We're not going to go down lower than that. I don't know. I'm a real big pessimist as far as the market is concerned, I guess. But yeah, I've been taking heat for it. But I mean, I stick with it. I mean, well, it's already happened, like technically, but I don't think the bottom is in yet either. I think we have a while to go during this bear market. But I'm not gonna say it every day. But yeah. Let's see, NA piece. You think it's gonna dump more? Pretty sure. I mean, we've already broken below support right here, so we're gonna have to see some new walls be put up. But yeah, I mean, I bet the fear index is probably going crazy right now. Any big news? June 2022 was not the Bitcoin bottom. Well, surprise, surprise, right? $1 million in, oh, is that, oh, no, is that a million? No, $1 million invested in FTT yesterday would only be worth 180K today. My gosh. Plan B, new low. I mean, everybody's having a good time with it. I'm getting reports of KuCoin halting withdrawals. Man, this thing is spreading pretty darn fast. Here, let me see. I have heard, guys, that Coinbase is actually having some issues now with their withdrawals. I don't know if they fixed it, though. No. Oh, it seems to be working now. Operational, the website. Earlier, the website wasn't working. So the delayed withdrawals on the Polygon network, they're investigating it, but it hasn't had an issue. They haven't fixed it yet. And then network connectivity issues, they fixed it. Okay, they fixed it about an hour ago. No, about half an hour ago, just 20 minutes ago, it looks like. So that's good right there. But they were having issues earlier in the day. Let's go over here, look at KuCoin, because if KuCoin's having issues, that's not good too. KuCoin down. Let's see. Anyone else? KuCoin down. I'm gonna try KuCoin down. Please let me know. KuCoin. KuCoin down. Not download, just down. Let's go over here. Down detector. Are they seeing problems with it? I don't know. No problems. I see a little bit of a spike this morning. Oh, it looks like there was a spike earlier this morning, though. People reporting issues. I don't think KuCoin has a part of the website that talks about it being down, but we can go over to the Twitter page very fast and check it out. Go over to KuCoin. Join the KuCoin AMA with Bullet Club NFT. I don't see any updates with it now. I mean, let's go over here to the last tweets and replies. And nope. So I don't see any problems with KuCoin as of yet, but we'll keep track of it. If KuCoin's having issues, this may be way worse than you guys think. So it's one of those things where everybody kind of reminds you, like I told you guys, I have my long-term holdings usually on a offline Ledger Nano wallet, hard wallet, whatever type of wallet you want to call it. But yeah, so you may see some problems spreading out there, which might not be as much fun for the market as you say. Hey Mike, you think CZ can do this to Coinbase? What do you mean by do this to Coinbase? I mean, I think he can acquire Coinbase if he wants to, but I think most people up in the, I think people up higher up in the companies are aware that the market can go down a lot more. And if we go over here and just go over to FinViz and we check out Coinbase, you'll see that Coinbase has a $13 billion market cap. I would think that I don't know how to explain this in the right way. I think they can acquire it. I think they would probably try to acquire it under a $10 billion valuation, maybe like a $7 to $8 billion valuation. And then on top of that, I don't know if governments are going to allow him to keep on buying up everything. Just by him buying FTX International, not FTX US, but FTX International, Binance has just become a behemoth, like a behemoth. You know, I told you guys I was selling out of all my FTX yesterday. During this bear market, all the FTT tokens, FTX tokens that I sell, it's all just going to be poured right into the BNB token. Because unless BNB, like Binance, goes kaput, BNB is going to go completely insane over the next few cycles. You may even see BNB like go over Ethereum and market cap down the road. I mean, that's how wild all this can turn out to be. Like, let's go back to CoinMarketCap here. Let's go to the front page. So we got Ethereum at $154 billion market cap. We got BNB right down here at number 4 at $48 billion market cap. I can easily see with them taking this much power, this much control, this thing overtaking Ethereum in the next bull market cycle. It is absolutely insane if they're able to do the deal with FTX. It's a non-binding agreement, which means they have to go in and look and make sure that the company actually can like survive. Because if the company can't survive, why would they buy that product, right? So FTX is still in danger right now, but the fears are, you know, not as bad as they were maybe just like 10 hours ago. But yeah, we're still in a pickle here. But I mean, he could definitely buy Coinbase, but Coinbase, you know, there's already been flows of money leaving Coinbase as well. So like if I go over here to Coinbase flow, I don't know how to, here we go. So you can see Coinbase withdrawals, deposit volume versus withdrawal volume. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me zoom in just a little bit more for you. Oh, I don't care about the picture that's on the side. Well, you guys can see that there's this big nasty red bar here. Withdrawals are getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Way up here, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of USDC. Everybody's selling out and they're getting out while they can, it looks like. Not saying that Coinbase is going down because it's more heavily regulated. You know, it's in England, Great Britain. But you know, that flow doesn't seem like people are trusting them at this point in time. I don't know who originally posted this, but I don't know if I can find it here. No, I don't think I can find it in a timely manner. But yeah, so people are worried about Coinbase as well. People are removing their money very quickly, and this happens when exchanges start to fall. Everybody takes the money off of exchanges and they just put it back into their traditional bank account, and they just kind of wait to see what happens. If they have any crypto assets, they move it back onto their hard wallet, right? Like a Ledger Nano. I've told you guys about this numerous times. And you know, you just wait out the storm. Some people stick to their exchanges that they know, like, you know, maybe Binance is going to be fine. So if you guys have money in Binance US account, you guys are more than happy and more than content with where Binance is right now. They're doing perfectly fine, no issues whatsoever. Now that may change, but at this point, it seems like they're doing just fine. But the problem for a lot of people right now is the fact that FTX is having all these issues. What happens to all what happens to everybody that has money tied up in Voyager right now? Are they still going to be able to get it? Is FTX? I don't even know if the deal has gone through between Voyager and FTX. Like they won the bid, but have they actually paid for it yet? I don't know. Did FTX pay for Voyager yet? FTX is paying $51 million in cash for Voyager assets, its court records show. FTX winning bid for bankrupt crypto firm Voyager, $51 million cash payment with an additional $60 million earnouts and incentives. And let's go over here to news, maybe. Let's see. I don't don't see any news on it. So yeah, I haven't seen any news about Voyager or FTX as far as how that may affect some of the customers that are still, you know, still tied up in FTX. Or excuse me, still tied up in Voyager. Hey, Crypto Yellow Bus, happy to see you back. Let's see. Hey, thanks, Justin. I appreciate it. Mike, is Doge hitting 20 cents out of the question now? Only way Doge hits 20 cents right now is if CPI data is way better than expected and inflation really takes a nosedive here. I just don't see that happening right now. I think you could have expected, or wouldn't it be crazy to think that Dogecoin could hit 20 cents just a few days ago? Remember, guys, everything was primed to go up another bounce. We were having lots of breakouts. Things were looking fine for at least a few more days of ripping, maybe up until today or tomorrow or Thursday when we had more like big events like elections and stuff like that happening. But this spit-spat thing between Binance and FTX, it messed up the entire market. Everything panicked. Everybody freaked out. When there's a chance that an exchange goes down, it infects everybody. Everybody's mindset gets changed. And you guys have to remember, we talked about this a little bit more in detail last night, but you guys have to remember this. FTX and Alameda, those are the two big problem companies right now. But Alameda holds a whole bunch of assets in cryptocurrency. Like a lot of their assets are in crypto. If in order to kind of survive, they would have to sell off large portions of their Bitcoin, their Solana, their USDC, whatever. They have to sell a lot of that off. And so people that hold those coins are, of course, going to sell anyway because they know that Alameda is going to be forced to sell those assets, leading to big drops. And we've seen some of those big drops now. We don't know if Alameda is really bankrupt or not, but they leveraged a lot of their positions against the FTT token. So they were hoping that FTT was going to stay strong so they could have positions out there in the market. But now all of those positions that they've made, they're no longer back to anything because FTT has dropped like a rock, right? We're seeing it like find some support now, but I mean, come on, guys. Like, there we go. Let's go over here. Let's watch this here, guys. Let's watch this replay. All right, let's go here. Let's go to auto. All right. Now let's go over here to play. Let's go to 10x speed. All right. There we go. All right. So we're going to watch exactly when it happened when we first had the breakdown a moment. Give it a second because we were live. There we go. And this is what we saw. Remember that we were talking about the 20 moving average in the 5-minute chart? Lowered a spike, kept on coming down. You know, it started off at 22 bucks. Now we're kind of at 15, 16 bucks right now. Still coming back down. We have some good news coming in the morning as far as FTX being bought up by Binance. And that does lead to a little bit of a spike here. But, you know, then reality kicks back in. So, you know, give it a couple seconds here. I forgot we're going by minutes here, so give it a second. But kind of shows you how wild of a time this was last night, though. Oh yeah, we're still in the 2 o'clock hours of the morning. But yeah, if you have a lot of money tied up in an exchange, most people are going to be kind of worried right now. It's just what happens after a larger exchange fails. I never had any money in Celsius, but a lot of people thought Celsius was a very good standard. Oh, here we go. Start going down a little bit more. But yeah, they go to 15, 14. Waiting for the news. There's the news. Okay, that was the news. That was the big pump, and then afterwards we just started coming back down. But you know, majority of people are trying to figure out how to move their assets over to another exchange probably right now off of FTX. And maybe KuCoin, but I think KuCoin's fine for now. I haven't heard any promise about it, but you know, we dropped all the way from 22 bucks down to $2, and now we're coming back up to bounce around a little bit and find some support. I mean, what a freaking nightmare here, guys. You know, and Bitcoin was Bitcoin was a lot better than that, of course, but just look at that 1-minute chart. We had the good news, and then just like everything else, we ended up messing it up. We were coming down. We already broke down. That was fine. But again, that when that news came out that CZ Binance is buying FTX, the market really liked that news. You saw shorts get squeezed out of the market right here, and then you just saw new shorts into the market. Like, you know, and maybe because nothing's set in stone right now. I think that's the big deal going on right now. But, you know, everything just kept on coming down very, very quickly, very, very nasty. And, you know, if you're a long-term buyer, you can definitely buy some dips right now in order to just kind of add to your positions. But, I do not want to be part of this market right now. Especially when the stock market's looking so nice, right? Let's go to the weekly chart very fast. See some of these old breakdowns that we've traded, some of those longer breakdowns. But the last few weeks, right, we've come up a little bit. Now we're just giving back all those gains. NASDAQ looking fine this week. We're not going to new lows. That already happened a while ago. SPY doing perfectly fine right now, much above those lows we got back over here in October. Dow Jones doing just fine right now, actually breaking out of this trend line right now. Dow Jones is looking just fine, right? So I was hoping that the stock market may help us out, but when we were talking about decoupling from the stock market, this is not what I this is not what I had in mind here. Just look at the Dow Jones over the last month or so. Now look at Ethereum over the last month, right? They're both up, right? But crypto's been giving back some of those gains where the Dow continues to go up a little bit higher. Ethereum Classic giving up some of those gains. Dogecoin giving up some of those gains. Although I have to say Dogecoin has popped up a lot. It's still in a pretty good spot. FTT though, we all know how that worked out. ADA coming back down, giving up some of those gains. In fact, reaching new lows here. So let's pop this over right here. There we go. Yeah. But it looks like there's hope for a small reversal going on right now. Shorts are probably going to exit the market because honestly, if you had a short position on here, just a 10x position, small 10x, and let's say you just sold around $5, you're walking away with like a few 100% easy in profits, and there's no reason to no, hundreds of percents in profit to the 10x leverage. What did I say? Let's see. The 22, which everybody's shorting at. Did I say $5? Yeah, like 750%, right? That's something amazing. It's hard to get that type of profit consistently while trading, but when you have these dumps, everybody hops on. I only usually make some big leverage plays like that, or big amounts of returns, large amounts of returns, when I'm trading options. Right? That's why I get the 1000% returns on my puts and stuff like that. Sometimes calls, but there's not many calls happening right now in this market environment unless you're doing energy. But yeah, I would not want to be in this market right now. I just want to watch it, have fun. And let's hope, this is Bitcoin as well. Let's hope Bitcoin can make its way to find some support here, because we've already found new lows for 2022. But you know, maybe it's something like what happened over here in 2024. It's me 2014. Let's go over here where we had a low, but then we ended up just going a little bit lower, and that really was the bottom. And then we started taking off after that. I don't know if that's the case here. I will say though, you know, a lot of what we're looking for right now, as far as like a really strong sign that the market can go up even further, I would say is a excuse me guys, long day, long night too. I would say we're looking for a golden cross between the 20-week moving average and the 50-week moving average. So I want to see the 20-week right here, the green line, cross above the blue line. We're still pretty far away from that happening. If we do take another drop, it means the bull market probably wouldn't start, or we wouldn't find a good level of support, like, you know, to start moving back up. Probably at least into Q2, Q3 of 2023. And then that might be the strong buying opportunity. And then we start to have the reversal. And then we kind of go more, not so much of a parabolic move like we saw like this, but well, maybe a little bit of a move like that. But we're going to have to be going sideways for a while before we start that parabolic move. I don't even think that parabolic move will start until maybe late 2023, maybe early 2024. I would say probably 2023 though. That's what makes it so hard, because once we start breaking out above, like historically, you know, got hit pretty hard there. But normally when we have that golden cross, things are looking pretty good. Usually looking very good for us. We're not looking too bad. COVID kind of wrecked us here. I don't think we would have broken down completely if we didn't have COVID here. I think we might have just gone sideways for a little bit, then eventually taken back off. But man, yeah, not the best market environment right now. Let's go back over here to the. Let's go over here to the 5-minute chart here. Keep an eye on it. Yeah, but stocks are doing fine. Let's go over here very fast. Coinbase isn't. Coinbase is down 13% today. They're in freaking, oh gosh, yeah, they're in a bad state. Oh, the stock market's had a rebound too after that little crash we had a while ago. I think the crypto market's actually freaked out the stock market a little bit here. Let's just go back over here to the maps. You know, oil and gas, choppy but not bad. Choppy, not bad. Up a little bit, down a little bit. Healthcare, still doing fine. Medical devices, though, MDT not looking too good. Maybe after earnings or something. But you see, you know, credit services not doing bad. Microsoft up a little bit. You know, Nvidia up a little bit. No, not a bad day in the market, guys. Not a bad day in the market at all. Oh, crypto market's bad. Stock market's not bad. And hey, Mr. Joker, happy to see you back. Let's see. And hey, Roman, how long does it take to get your withdrawals from FTX? I think it took me like a half an hour of waiting and it finally just popped up. I did it last night though, so I didn't have any problems with it. I did it like literally right after the stream or kind of during the stream. I had my sister sell off my assets for me while I was streaming. But it didn't take too long for me personally. I don't know if it's changed since it's like more time has gone by and maybe some of those funds have dried up, but it didn't take me more than like a half an hour. Let's see. And hey, Ben Ali, hope you're doing well. Sup, Mike? Would a red wave have a positive or negative effect on crypto? You know, I don't know exactly. From what I understand, crypto businesses have been lobbying both sides of the aisle pretty heavily. So I would say that probably Republicans are more pro-crypto because they like this idea of decentralized. But I think all it will take is banks trying to lobby against them, and that may hinder them a little bit, right? They're pretty much up for... Both sides are kind of up for grab as far as who wants to give them the most money for the elections in 2024 because they know that's going to be a really crazy race. There's probably some lobbying done this year as well. I would say Republicans are probably more pro-blockchain, more pro-finance, whatever you want to call it. You know, so I'd probably say Republicans are probably better for crypto regulation. Democrats would probably put too much red tape in front of it, which is kind of what they do, right? They like to red tape, more regulation, kind of more rules to go along with it. For good and worse, you know, both sides have their strong points, their weaknesses. But I would say if you want less regulation in crypto, you're going to want to probably vote Republican. But I don't know how many people are probably voting solely on the crypto issue, right? I was watching CNN and Fox News over the past few hours, and they're both going out to voters, and people have so many different viewpoints of what they're voting on. There are people that are voting on abortion. There are people that are voting on the economy. Somebody was talking about the border, crime, defund the police, a whole bunch of different topics there. So I haven't heard anybody say anything about crypto just yet, but I hope they do. I would love to see somebody on CNBC or CNN or Fox News or Fox Business or Bloomberg or what's the other one, MSNBC. I would love to see them go up to a voter and just say, hey, what are you voting on today? Cryptocurrency regulation. Right? That'd be great. And hey, Justin, Mike, would you care if you check out my MMAT stock? I got at 65. It's up to 158. Just curious of the technicals. Thanks. Yeah, what happened to the membership? Let's see. Let's go over here very fast. Look at it one time. MMAT. Let's go to Meta Materials. Yeah, you bought at 65. It seems to be doing fine. I would just kind of add a Fibonacci extension level on here, but I don't want to say it's going to give you too much concern. It's hitting that one level right now, but it managed to just freaking gap up above it. I don't know if there's a short squeeze going on or whatever, but you're looking fine as far as extension levels are concerned. I might only be concerned if we start breaking down below this trend line first of all, and maybe this trend line right here. No, it's a little too aggressive. I would probably be happy with it as long as it stayed above the 20-day moving average here. I would be fine above that. It also just broke above the 20-week moving average here. It tried to break down, but it did find some solid support there. I might scale out starting now up until around $2.34. This thing is looking pretty good. It looks like earnings are tomorrow. So there's a little bit of a risk there. But last earnings, let me go over here very fast. I'll show you the daily chart. Last earnings didn't do much harm. The earnings before that didn't do much harm. And the earnings before that did a little bit of harm. 2021, some harm. Earnings, just some harm there. Recently, though, earnings have been pretty good for it. So I wouldn't, it looks like a fun play to me. Be careful with it. It's very volatile, so I'd be scaling out, but it's been treating you right. So no reason to really like sell everything out right now, unless you're panicked about some type of earnings report. See, and hey, Sean, does Binance have much power? Mike, looks like they liquidated FTX. Yeah. So basically, Binance is powerful, you could say, but what made this so crazy was how powerless FTX was. So let me try to explain this to you guys in an easy way. Let's see. Okay. Can I have a background to this? That'll work out. Okay. All right. So we got FTX over here, right? We could even put a subset below this one. I don't really feel like doing all these little squares, though. And you got FTX US. FTX US is doing just fine right now. I haven't heard too many problems about that. Maybe some slowdowns or whatnot, but they're not having the big issues right now. FTX, this larger company, the FTX, International, as they're called, they're having issues because of another partner of theirs. All right. And this is called Alameda. I hope that's how you spell Alameda. Alameda. What the heck? Copy. Alameda. All right, whatever. All right. So you guys can explain what's going on here. So I can explain what's going on. Okay, Alameda. This is a hedge fund, okay? Now, a lot of their assets are backed. I don't want to do this. A lot of their hedge fund, a lot of their assets are backed using the FTT token, which is FTX's exchange coin, right? Like, Binance has BNB, Bitget has BGB, KuCoin has their own coin. A lot of these other companies have their own coin, okay? And it's not a stable coin. It's a coin that goes up with how people feel about the exchange. And so you could see right here, let me just type this in. I don't know why the size is so big, but you can see FTT token, okay? That's owned by them. Well, this token really doesn't have a utility, right? It doesn't really do much except for people buy it because they believe the exchange is going to do well and they'll make more money down the road. Whereas like other exchanges, like maybe a Binance, if you buy the BNB token, that's helping out other projects in the blockchain space. It's going to some good stuff. There's a utility behind it. There's a reason to own it. Whereas this is just you want to buy it because you think the exchange is going to do well and you can make money just by holding it. All right, really nice, easy, simple thing there. Well, Alameda, I'm not going to draw the squares for them, but they have investments over here. They have investments over here, and they have investments over here. A hedge fund. They got investments everywhere. All of that though is backed on the value of the FTT token. So when FTT, the rumors started coming out, people were afraid of a crash, yada, yada, yada. All of those positions that are backed by FTT, now the margin's not working in their favor. With everything crashing, whether they're holding crypto assets, stock assets, whatever. Now what they're backed up against, it's no longer working, so they have to put up more capital in order to cover the hedge, in order to make the people that are loaning them the money, the leverage, excuse me, make them feel more comfortable. In order to kind of do that, they had to sell off some of their positions. So the positions that Alameda owns, if I can find them here. There we go, behind my head. Okay. Owns stuff like USDC, FTX token, SRM, I can't read all that stuff. It's too small. Let me just do it up here. LDO, Ren Bitcoin, Ethereum, DAO, Wrap Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, RNDR, Bit, GOG, Uni staked, R Bitcoin staked in DeFi, XSushi staked in DeFi. They have to sell a lot of the assets off, and that really led to the big drop that we've been seeing today because everybody was panicking. The reason why everybody was panicking about Solana is because FTX primarily owns a bunch of it, and they have to try to help it out because at the end of the day, if I can get this little thing off here, there you go. Both of these move this up a little bit. There you go. Are owned by Sam. They're both owned by Sam. So he's in a big pickle. What's happened over the last 24 hours, besides all this crapola, like especially like the last 10 hours, we've seen that CZ has come over and he has his big eyeballs looking at it like, oh, look at this. CZ is purchasing FTX. He's not purchasing Alameda. He's not purchasing FTX US. He's just purchasing FTX International. Okay? Now, we don't know if that purchase is going to go through just yet. The problem with it is he's looking at it, but he has to see, is everything good? Is everything working? So, you know, I don't want to say that. Health. Oh, wow, it's gonna make that. Okay. Mono means monopoly. Is the company in good health? Is it a logical buy? If like the company's healthy, there's no other problems that he has to really figure out as far as like, you know, what's going on with Voyager because they just bought Voyager. Are they going to have any problems with governments like saying, hey, you can't buy this because it's going to lead to a major monopoly? Because if he buys that, they're going to own so much of the exchange market. It is going to be absolutely insane. So that kind of sums it up in a little bit. I'm not going to really go too much into the details here of what Alameda is going, what's happening there, but they don't have enough money. All the money that they're using as a, how do I say this? So there are people out there who got leverage, who got loans from banks in order to buy stocks this year or in order to buy a new car. They've taken a loan out to do something like that, okay? Now imagine that your house is worth $500,000. Imagine that you've taken out maybe $1 million worth of loans, right? Now imagine that your house now all of a sudden is now worth $20,000. Is the bank going to say that, hey, this $20,000 house is worth $1 million in loans that we've given out to you? That makes us feel comfortable? No. In the contract, they're going to have it built out so where you have to give them more money to kind of match that $500,000 again in order to make everybody happy, right? But again, FTT token just dropped like a rock. Alameda, they may go bankrupt after all is said and done. And that may end up messing up FTX. And that's what CZ is going to be looking at right now to see, hey, is it reasonable for us to buy this company? Because they do want to buy it. It'll be very good for them. Everything's healthy, logical, and even with the monopoly question, they can still do it. But if this starts to infect that, there's no deal. FTX probably goes bankrupt, and then we have a Voyager 2.0, a Celsius 2.0. And that's what people are really freaking out about. That's why we just talked about this on Twitter here. If I can find it here, I want to give you guys the exact number here. Let's see. See, let's be accurate. Binance is doing the due diligence to see if FTX is worth buying. Way out of the woods yet on this one. I don't know where it's at. Well, basically like 6.7. Oh, here's one. This isn't the exact tweet I was referring to, but it's similar. Crypto exchange FTX saw around $6 billion of net withdrawals in 72 hours before Tuesday morning. CEO Sam Bankman-Fried said in a Telegram message to staff. Right? $6 billion. When I was telling everybody I'm pulling out all my money, I'm not taking any risk, it was because I was afraid of something like that happening. And that was when I only thought it was going to be about $1 billion, a couple, like maybe max 2 billion, but I said something like around $1 billion, right? And at the time we were told 500 million in stable coins. But then that was only in stable coins, so we kind of expanded on that and said, okay, if it's only that much in stable coins, it has to be at least another $500 million at least. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Luna, whatever they got on the exchange, that has to be pulled off as well because people are in full blown panic mode. Now we're kind of seeing the now we're seeing, you know, everything level off a little bit, but yeah, sorry for the rant, but yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. It's just, again, they leveraged on fake money and they were allowed to do so. I guess that's the big thing here, right? Yeah, it's mind-boggling at this point. Very, very mind-boggling here. But at least as far as how we view Bitcoin, you know, we're at new lows for the year. We found a way to bounce off of them a little bit here. We're not out of the woods, but if this news, if it comes out in the next few days that CZ says, we looked at the company and we don't think it will survive, so we don't think we're able to purchase it. Oh, he doesn't have to say that. He can say, we were unable to reach an agreement to acquire the company. Something like that. Bitcoin will probably tank again. FTT will go down to like pennies on the dollar if it's not going to do that beforehand, and you know it'll be a really bad day. But right now the deal isn't done. Here's another good way to say it. Wait, what? Binance went to war with FTX, announced they are selling a whole bunch of FTT tokens, caused a bank run, market crash, investors panicked. Now CZ is buying the whole company. It's just Tuesday. Did I get this right? Like, that's the simple way of looking at it. The problem was that FTX was so weak because of this scenario of Alameda using FTT tokens to get loans. And so when FTT crashed, because this was all fake money over here, it infected FTX. The panic really, you know, ramped up. And then you saw all the craziness going on, so to speak. But FTX down here, this wasn't actually the problem. That's why up until last night, I don't know if you guys can still withdraw. I haven't checked on it yet. But I was able to withdraw my money just fine. No problems whatsoever. No problems whatsoever. It was a little bit slow, but you know, that's not a huge problem. I think when I withdraw from BitGet, it's about 5 minutes before it shows up on Coinbase. When I deposit from Coinbase to my bank account, it takes like 30 seconds because, you know, instant bank transfer. But maybe about a half an hour. Bad, but not, you know, not like terrifying. But yeah, FTX International, the big one up here, that's the one CZ is going to buy if everything looks okay. And that's the one that's having a lot of these issues right now. Not necessarily FTX because it's a different type of regulation, right? The reason why there's not many exchanges in the United States is because of the heavy regulation. It works to a certain degree, but not always. Not always. And hey, Sean, yes it is. Yes it is. And hey, Starscream. Hey, Mike, always good to catch your streams live. I appreciate them very, very much. And hey, Mr. Joker. Yeah, exactly. It's just what do you call it? It's bad. And hey, MAGA Tony, I am voting red, hoping for economic change. I think that's what a lot of people who are voting Republican are voting for today. From what I've seen and watching on CNN and Fox News today, and even CNBC, it seems like Republican voters are going more for the economy, safety, you know, crime, immigration, and the wild card that I'm not a family guy. Like I have a sister that's in school, but I don't manage her school, if that makes sense. She was a private school, so it's a bit different. But I guess education was a big topic I was hearing on TV today. I didn't know education was such a big thing. So that's kind of news to me. Democrats are voting on democracy, whatever that means to you guys, right? Democracy, Abortion, that's big out here in Washington. Social Security, I think, become an issue over the last few weeks. I think that's it. I don't know if they're doing anything. Oh, environment. I haven't seen it show up in the polls yet, though, but that. And I think that's it. Maybe social issues, you know. Maybe courts. I think Republicans are probably voting on that as well. So, you know, there's some battles going on, I would say, out there for the elections. But like, if we go over here to CNN News very fast. Get up to speed on the state of the midterms, like here. Get out of here. Any news? Closing time extended for 3 polling precincts. So I don't think there's much drama happening right now. Voting reconciliation process could delay counting ballots in Philadelphia. I saw that. That's not a big deal. They're just counting votes twice to make sure nobody voted twice. There's no issues. I think the big issue that I saw, there was some issue going on in Arizona where the voting machines weren't working. Like 20% of the voting machines weren't working properly. That was kind of surprising. Like, you only have one job. But I guess the people aren't getting paid. They're all volunteers, so I can kind of understand it. There has to be some person that's a government employee getting paid to do that. And he's doing a horrible job. But let's go over to Fox News. So we got, you know, CNN liberal, Fox News conservative. You get the two viewpoints here. Fox News. How could you ask me to allow ads once? There you go. Oh, okay. Let me just refresh the page. Okay. Arizona election officials sound alarm about significant number of tabulation machine hiccups. So that's what we were just talking about a little bit ago. Worst freaking nightmare, Carrie Lake. Sunny host defends roaches voting for raid comparison. God, I'm missing so much stuff in the news these days. Every time I go into CNN or Fox News or any of the other channels, I feel like there's so much news and I'm just like, I don't care. Oh, I like when they do stuff like this. 35 Senate seats in play. Let's see, 29 are currently held by Republicans, 36 by Democrats. So there's going to be a lot of votes going on today, and 435 House seats in play. And so we're going to be watching that. Let's see. Epstein accuser and Alan Dershowitz agreed to permanently drop lawsuits against each other, probably because they're both really expensive. AOC apologized for not listing her pronouns. I don't know. See, I get mad when I read stuff on CNN and Fox News. It's like, why do I come here? But I want to learn what's going on from a political standpoint, because otherwise I just don't care. Although I do have to say, maybe if you go over here to YouTube, as far as like, you know, politics is concerned in elections, I would have to believe that there are YouTubers out there, like actually covering this stuff, or maybe they start a little bit later, like around like, you know, afternoon once polls are starting to close and votes start being counted. But right now it's all PBS routers, live now from Fox, Philadelphia, the Independent, CNN. This is CNN News 18, whatever that is. Oh, it must be a fake account. Okay. The Sun. Yeah, I don't see any of those big dogs that I might expect. Like, who are the big dogs when it comes to politics? I feel like I should know this, but I don't. The Young Turks is one. They're very liberal. Ben Shapiro might have one. Joe Rogan. No, Joe Rogan's too busy to have an event like that, but Joe Rogan maybe. You know, those people may have election night parties. Maybe other influencers will get together to watch everything. But it definitely seems like this is going to be one of those elections where everybody's paying attention. And one side's going to be very, very happy. One side's going to be very, very mad. Or maybe everybody's happy or everybody's mad. You just never know. And hey, Zachar, so what was the purpose of FTX buying Voyager? Were they looking for cheap crypto to basically make themselves worth more? No. So in my opinion, one of the reasons that FTX decided to buy Voyager here, and I'll use this whiteboard again now just because it makes it's easier for me to do this. How do I... There was like a little bit of a dashboard here. I don't know what happened to it. There's the dashboard. Okay, yeah. How do you delete stuff? All right, well, I can delete this stuff. Okay, here, I'll just do this. All right, so the reason FTX bought Voyager, there was a few different reasons here. It wasn't so much about the assets, even though they would be able to buy the assets for cheaper. The main reason they were able to do this, let me just sort of black here. Cheap assets is one. The other one was this. User information. All right. So basically, you guys know that during 2020, 2021, 2019, when the market was really starting to gear up and things were really getting hot and heavy with the market, you guys, until this day, you guys probably still see crypto ads happening, asking you to sign up. You saw tons of influencers getting paid by Voyager, FTX, Binance, KuCoin to have their logos on your screen and for you guys to sign up using our affiliate. Like I'm an influencer. I was promoting BitGet, VMAX, stuff like that, right? And I talked about Voyager quite a bit too. Whenever you guys sign up or an email, even if you guys don't end up signing, like even if you guys don't make an account, they still get your email, and they wanted all the information because what they would do is they would here. They would add your, oh no, I'm just typing it. They would add your information to their database. And that way, during the next big bull market, they would know exactly who to target. Because, you know, this is going more into my marketing background here, and you guys know I own a marketing business. There's a term called CPA, and that stands for cost per, I know I misspelled that wrong, but I don't care. Cost per acquisition. How much does it cost from beginning to end to get you to sign up? People think it's kind of cheaper on maybe like it costs $5 for you to sign up or $10 for you to sign up. It's really about 50 to 60 bucks to actually get one person to sign up through media. And think about how many ads you see. Just because, like, just on YouTube, if I, here, let me show you something. Always, let's refresh this very fast. Now let's go over to one of my videos here. My new video where I kind of give you the introduction into trading stocks, right? Just getting you ready for the big thing that's coming out. There's an ad right here, okay? This one is for building a website, Wix. This is because I've been building out a couple websites recently, and Google knows that, so they're giving me ads. This ad right here from Wix, I will skip over that ad normally, and then, you know, maybe on the 100th try, I end up saying, wow, maybe let me give Wix a try. I don't because I go through WordPress, but let's just say I do, okay? I give them a try, and that means, you know, over time, however many ads that, how much money they spend on ads, that was how much it cost for them to acquire my purchase. You know, get me to, for them to acquire me as a customer, basically. So instead of paying that $60 or $50 for every new acquisition, every new person that signs up through marketing, you know, would you rather pay $60 CPA or buy FTX with assets, and that CPA all of a sudden drops to something that may be around $10 to $15? Because you already know those people are looking for a new exchange. You already know that most of those people lost a lot of their money in Voyager, right? and now they're going to be looking to put some of their money somewhere else, or you have another way to contact them. Basically, know exactly who they are, and when you know exactly who somebody is, as far as Google is concerned, or a lot of these cloud companies that know all the information about you, they know who your friends are. It's all data points. So if they know who to there's so many weird marketing techniques I'm going to try to explain here in a short amount of time, but basically, how do I get out of this? Why does it do this? Delete. Loophole. There's you. Literally, I'm just going to type in you. There's you right here. There. Right? So it knows your friends, it knows you guys' hobbies, it knows everything about you. And so it'll find people that have your similar interest, that maybe like finance, like crypto, maybe that's this specific user. Like, I just use me as an example. When I first got into crypto, I was a corporate America guy, making good money, like $70,000-$80,000 a year, not including bonuses and all that other crap. But getting good money, disposable income, live downtown urban area, goes on vacations, has disposable income. It would group me together. Google would group me together with other people that are similar, and it would target those people in my general vicinity, like within maybe a 5 to 30 mile radius. And it would figure that we all would probably, like, people that likes the stuff I like, they would also like cryptocurrencies, and that's how it spread. That's how it spread. So it really causes that entire cost of an acquisition to go down. And I know that was a really weird way to kind of lay everything out, but it wasn't so much of the assets, it's all the user information. All of the user information, they have it all. Like here, if you guys go over to Voyager, oops, I'm misspelling a whole bunch of stuff today. All right. Cool. Oh, it doesn't let you sign up anymore. But basically, everything you used when you signed up for Voyager, everything, FTX now owns it. And now that FTX is going to probably be owned by Binance, if everything goes okay, Binance is going to own it all. So they want all that information. They just want all that information. See. And hey, Ken, you should do an election stream, Mike. I'd rather watch you over Tim Pool, the Young Turks. I would, but I'm just going to be watching with my family. I want to see how all this plays out. I love watching the people argue on TV. I really, really do. It's like the highlight of my year. I don't pay attention to politics except for during elections. Like, I really don't. I don't care. Because you guys understand, like, when I talk about politics on this channel, I talk about how policies are going to hurt or help you, right? And this cycle, they've been mixed, just like they most of the time they are. There's been a lot of democratic policies that have hurt Americans. There's been a lot of policies that have helped Americans. It just depends on where do you scale up on that scale? Like, where are you at? Like, if you are maybe a family of 4 with smaller kids, maybe the government has helped you out as far as giving the schools more money. But at the other time, like, all of a sudden, that family of 4 has to pay way more for for grocery bills because of inflation and how much spending was done at the beginning of the administration. So everything kind of, there's good and bad. But the way we talk about it on this channel is, how does this make you more money? How does this grow your wealth? How do you become richer off of this information? So when, like, for example, when Biden started attacking oil, saying he wants to put the oil barons out of business, he wants to go after them. No more oil, no more fracking, right? All that stuff. Well, guess what? Think about this in a very simple way. If he's going to go after oil, that means there's going to be less demand for oil and less demand in oil. Less supply in the market because there's less oil. And, the demand is still going to be there because, I don't know about you guys, everybody that I know still has gas guzzler cars, like, who use gasoline. And so with the demand still there, what was going to happen to the price of oil? It was going to go up. Now, that was exacerbated because of what we saw with Ukraine and Russia, don't get me wrong. But you can kind of put 2 and 2 together to understand, if Biden doesn't understand how energy markets work, I can use that to make more money. And it's nothing like, not a shot at Joe Biden, not a shot at his like, you know, energy secretary, the lady that runs it. It's more of like, how can we use this information to make money? That's the whole goal here. You know, and it's been a very good goal. I've been telling you guys for how long? Months and months and months. You guys should be buying oil stocks. It's a very slow way to make money, don't get me wrong, but you know, you look at something like a ZOM, which is like a very low market, a low dividend play. Excuse me, not a little market cap, but low dividend play. You know, let's go over to the weekly chart. Right, I'd have been telling you guys way back over here, and then I sold some off over here, and I bought back down here during August when the prices were getting really crazy because, you know, just supply chain issues and all that good crap. But what happened? Let's say you didn't even buy at the bottom. You just bought over here after a little bit of a pop. You bought at 65 bucks, and you held until now, about a year. You're up around 76%. Let's say you just held about 24 weeks, 25 weeks, half of a year basically. You know, you're still up 38, 40% while everything else is kind of teetering off of a cliff. That's the way I look at it. And this is made possible due to the policies out of the Biden administration. Again, not taking a shot, but I've been able to make money by understanding how policies really affect the economy. That's why when you guys hear me talk about, like, when you guys hear me, when we talk about policies, the way the market's going, I'm like always kind of flabbergasted about it because I can understand the good intentions, but I can also understand the real world consequences of following the policy. So it happens on both sides. I'm just using the Democrats as an example because this is the most recent example here, right? They're in power at the moment. But, you know, learn how to make money from it. Not, you know, it's going to affect you guys. That you vote on that as well. But mostly I care about the money side of things. money. See? And hey, Tony. Oh, no worries, dude. Yeah, I'm pretty moderate. I vote Republican and Democrat. It's just whoever is better for me personally. Actually in this case, I actually voted in one of the elections for the non-partisan party candidate. I know, it was weird. But she seemed like the best choice. Tim is a little hyperbolic. Tim makes good music, said no one ever. I didn't even know he made music. Oh my gosh. See, if Republicans win, going long guns. Oh god, you guys are crazy. Oh man. I do know that haven't gun prices gone up lately? I need to buy a gun here. I wanted to buy a shotgun a few weeks ago, but I didn't get the chance. I was too busy. But I want to go. I want to get a shotgun here from like a Sportsman's Warehouse or something. Let's get off of ZOM though. I mean, but my point being, like, you know, understand how they're talking about. Understand how policies affect you and the economy. It goes a long way. Now this part is a lot more difficult than simple technical analysis, right? The technical analysis aspect of things has always been more difficult. But if you kind of just, you know, it's not too hard to understand if somebody's trying to take away oil or try to minimize oil out of the economy. The way that these companies are going to invest for the long term is going to change. They understand what's happening. So right now you see Exxon really putting a lot of money into different sectors. Exxon is going big, is drilling a lot right now. They're trying to drill a lot out of Africa. They're not even trying to focus on America. They're trying to go to Africa. Because what did we talk about before? Who's coming online for oil down the road? Africa. And then they have ships, like they have like portable ships sucking up oil. They actually got a CNBC episode on it. Ships sucking up oil, and then they just hold it on the ship, and another ship comes up next to them, and they pump all the oil to the next ship, and the ship leaves and goes to transport it wherever it needs to go. I mean, they are investing a lot of money outside the United States. The investments aren't for here right now. They want to make money down the road, and as a shareholder, I'm all for that. Let's see, you voted Turkish sandwich down ballot. There we go, guys. I voted D's nuts once. Oh my gosh. And hey, Magatoni. I mean, I would love to see Dogecoin have a nice little pop here for sure. It's just, I mean, we're down about 22% today. To me, guys, it really depends on CPI data coming out on Thursday. If CPI is better than expected, I think we can do a lot of great things. I think we can really do a lot of great things. But until that happens, we're kind of in this weird spot where where there's so much uncertainty that nobody even wants to jump in until it's too late. Which is why I said right now, if you guys want to buy some right now for your long-term positions, there's no reason you guys shouldn't be doing it, right? Unless you guys feel like the market can go down more, which is fine. But if CPI data comes in hot, we're going to be crashing even to $16,000. If CPI data is cool, and we're below expectations, we could see Dogecoin jump back up to maybe at least 14, 15 cents. We can see Bitcoin go back up to like $21,000. We could be right back to where we started. But that'd be a huge move, and that would be we have to really hope that that's the case. I still think inflation is a bigger deal than what's going on with FTX and Binance at this moment in time. So, we got to wait a little bit, but I still feel like we're in a good position for crypto. Even after all this bad news comes, only because inflation data gives us hope. Without that, if we weren't having inflation data coming out Thursday, I would probably just be saying just wait all this stuff out, do some day trading, but be careful of the swings unless you guys are doing some really big zone levels. Because right now we're still in a buying zone. If you guys want to buy now, sell like a couple weeks from now, you'd be buying right now on these dips, which I don't think is a bad idea. Again, but the longer you guys wait, the more the markets creep back up, and not then it goes to the fact that you guys may buy, then the market just may dump again. But everything has its own support level. So we got FTT right here. Did it even manage to hit one of those support levels here or no? Let's go back to the Fibonacci levels. We broke down below our last level there, but let's switch this over a little bit. $15-minute chart. 4-hour chart. We're trying to hold in the 4-hour chart, but man, we just really gave way here. If we close down below this, though, on the 4-hour, probably the daily chart is what I would use primarily. We're probably heading back down to like $1. It's $1.71, then probably $1 after that. But I don't know if FTT could be saved at this point. I don't even know if they sold FTT today. Did Binance end up selling the FTT, or was it another entity? I don't know, because there's a lot of people that own it, and a lot of people probably freaked out. But when we were scrolling down Twitter the last few minutes, I saw some messages saying that let's see. Let's see. Oh, there you go. FTX investor tells me the company has not yet sent them any information on the deal. Says all he knows is what he's seeing on Twitter. Sorry, so there are investors that don't even know what's going on here as far as an FTX. That's not a good sign either. So this is going to be approved probably by a board. And then once it's approved and CZ also approves it, only then will it get figured out. But I'm pretty sure there's probably investors right now that have no idea how bad the situation is for FTX. That's kind of crazy. Let's see. Wall Street Silver says this transaction won't close and Binance will walk away after their fake due diligence. That tweet is actually the knife in the back of Sam Bankman. Who knows, guys? Who knows at this point? This Grant says FTX went too far with leverage. Customers are withdrawing and they're unable to give them the money. Binance is the king of crypto exchanges and has enough assets to cover FTX customer withdrawals. They are buying FTX. Binance grows their business and ensures no money is lost. Let's hope that's the case here. So you can see two different opinions right there. This is actually pretty interesting. If you spent $1,000 shorting the 2022 Super Bowl advertisers, you'd be a billionaire today. A lot of stuff is down. But I haven't seen much stuff as far as Twitter's concerned. I go over here and let's go to Red Tsunami 2020. This is mine. Blue Tsunami 2020. Washington State. Bro, what since when? I don't know. Oh, wait, KuCoin. What's KuCoin trading? Nope. Okay, I don't see any big issues here. Reports of KuCoin halting withdrawals. KuCoin might be next. Let's see. So you can still withdraw from KuCoin. I haven't had any problems with KuCoin personally, but you know, that's the stuff. And you know, trending today on Twitter, election day, awesome. Maricopa County, I think that's where they're having ballot issues right now, so that's a big deal, I would say. I voted. Arizona, vote blue to save democracy. Casey Anthony, midterms 2022. Busquets, soccer, vote 2022. Midterms. Why don't they just combine them? Go vote. Binance. Oh, Binance, right? So that Binance is leading the charge here. Coinbase. So why is Coinbase trending? That's the question. They were having issues earlier. Says it's monitoring fixed its web and app outage. Okay. See, but Coinbase is back up and working. We checked this out at the beginning. The only problem, the fix has been implemented and working on the results. Come down here. The one thing that is still there is withdrawals on the Polygon network seem to be issues, but their website was down, their mobile was down, their advanced trade was down. It's all back up and operational, so that is good. That is very, very good there. But it looks like they had a big run on the bank too, and they were able to withstand it. Not even run on the bank, just like a lot of people going to their app at the same time. And let's go back over here very fast. Yes, no problems there. So Coinbase is fixed up. I want to see what they're saying about Binance now, because even like the funny thing about it was when I was watching CNBC this morning, they had no idea how to talk about everything we talked about just here. They had no way to actually like articulate what they thought they knew. Let's see. See, this is the big one that we talked about earlier. Let's see. Yeah, okay, not much else besides that, guys. So, we're in a pickle. We'll try to get out of it, but the market's definitely not in a good spot. Or at least we're consolidating a little bit right now, guys. We're having this nice little uptrend. We should try to pop up here pretty soon if we're lucky to get back above 19,000 by the end of the day. Oh, that may be kind of fun. Let's see. Elon can mention any time that Dogecoin will be integrated after a market shift. He can. It can definitely. Cause a pretty big move in the price if he does do that. And hey, Mr. Joker, Coinbase halted trading. Don't let them fool you. Oh, they did halt trading. Oh man, let me pull up my Coinbase app here. I don't really have any money on it. I only use Coinbase as a middleman to get to my bank account. Mostly price alerts. I think part of the issue with them is how much money's been withdrawn out of their accounts as well, just like with FTX. But I don't think it's been nearly as much. I think it was like $400 and something million over the past few days. Let's hope it's not going to grow much more than that. So here. Okay. Back to the 4-hour chart. Yeah. Bitcoin's barely just trying to hold on, guys. We'll see if this does get any better or not. I would like to hope that we can find a support level for the foreseeable future here. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, UFO coins down 15, Filecoin's down 20, Spellcoin's down 20, Chili's is down 25, Gala's down 13, XLM's down 10, Crow's down 19%. Crow broke down here as well. I mean, like, let's go to the daily chart. Yeah. I broke down a while ago. Yeah. I guess the breakdown would have been moved over there. And guess what? This worked out again. The zone selling, right there. All right, but yeah, zone selling up here. that zone sell actually worked in this circumstance with crypto.com. Is there a Fibonacci level down here? Oh, that's what it is. Oh, so crypto.com, yeah. We really want to stay above this level here, guys. If we start breaking down below that, the next big support level from a Fibonacci standpoint is way down here at like 5 cents for a crypto coin. And I don't know how many people have their coin staked, but that'd be disastrous for them. I would actually buy at 5 cents though. Like under 7 cents, I'd be pretty attracted to crypto coin. Their coin, crypto.coin.com. Yeah, that might actually be good. Because I haven't heard any issues with crypto.com. Have you guys heard any issues? They're kind of just quietly doing their thing. Maybe because they don't have as many customers, but I haven't heard them having many issues. I don't know if you guys have, but I haven't heard anything just yet. Oh. If it ever wants to load. It says you can't withdraw from crypto.com and Kraken Exchange. Crypto.com just sent me this. Oh, this was from the 5th. This isn't anything recent. I haven't heard anything. Like 6 minutes ago. Let's see. I mean, if this is what I'm seeing, I don't see anything crazy happening right now. They seem to be doing okay. Because if there was an issue, you would see a lot of people freaking out, and it'd be kind of a constant stream like what we just saw with FTT or any of the other exchanges, even like KuCoin, right? What's Elon talking about? Elon Musk Twitter is the worst, but also the best. The best. Your feedback is appreciated. Now pay $8. Oh my gosh. Twitter usage at all-time high. I totally believe Elon when I see this, because I don't know if you guys have noticed this. He's been using himself as a target where people are like gaining followers, whether you're Democrat or Republican or Independent or far right, far left, or Green Party, Socialist Party, who cares? They're going after him or supporting him, and just by going after him or supporting him and choosing a side, everybody is gaining more followers. And because everybody is gaining more followers, you're seeing a lot more people tweet and go after him, make fun of him, defend him, you know, talk about some like logical things that he's doing right versus people like think he's like, you know, the second coming of Hitler or something like that. You know, it's absolutely insane. Like, just actually here, Twitter usage is an all-time high. Let's go through some of these tweets, these comments. So much for Max Ested of people terrified of free speech. When you buy Twitter but still like to have fun. This is an NFT thing. When you pay for Twitter Blue and Bitcoin. Oh, Twitter just beat Instagram and took over 4th rank in global traffic. Oh, see, I mean, he's already getting people very, very interested about what's going on. Not many people attacking him on this thread. I guess just because it was a pro, like, hey, something good's happening for Elon tweet. Maybe. Let's go. This one's about politics though, so it can get nasty. Let's see. I'm a fan of a good pizza party. I will be now voting Republican for the conceivable future. Oh, not too bad, actually. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I know. Maybe it's also because the news has been talking about Elon nonstop. That could also be a thing. Normally, I don't think the news really cared much about Elon and Twitter until he started making it more, I guess maybe less liberal. Maybe, I think he just moved it from the liberal side to maybe the more center side. I don't think he's gone like conservative, but I do notice, like, you're not seeing as many bans for like very not like what you think might not be controversial topics, but maybe liberals might think they're more controversial. I don't know. I haven't seen too much of that either. And hey, Brandon, never had any issues with him. That's good to see. So Elon is rage baiting the audience. Smart guy. I heard Twitter was lit right now. Might have to hop on myself. And hey, Alan Time, happy to see you back, my man. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on Twitter. Like that, all this news that happened over the last few hours, it really just crashed the entire crypto market, like quite a bit. It all came to light on Twitter. Not Facebook, not Instagram, not Reddit, not TikTok. It all came to be on Twitter, right? All of it. And El Capo of Crypto says, next leg incoming here. Mark Zuckerberg confirms Meta Facebook will begin mass layoffs tomorrow. I want to see how many people they're laying off here. How's everyone doing? Let me know, but only using memes. Yeah, definitely a bad time. Let's see. Oh, that's Twitter donations. Oh, definitely went blue. I can see that. Oh, this is companies. Holy moly. Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah. You can bet regulations are coming. That's for sure. Let's see. This one was pretty interesting right here, that video. Let's see. This man was playing chess. It was not easy saying no to Super Bowl ads, stadium naming rights, large sponsor deals, and a few months ago, but we did. Today we are hiring for 2,000 open positions for Binance. Right? They have the capital. They didn't go all crazy with their spending. A lot of companies spent a bunch more money than they should have over this last cycle. All right, let's go over here very fast. The market closed 36 minutes ago. I mean, yeah, I don't know if you guys can see my right-hand side of my screen, but it's just a pure bloodbath right now. Only thing green on my screen is the NASDAQ, SPY, and Dow Jones. Everything else is like down like 15, 20%. Some things are down only like 9%, like KDA, or anything else only down a little bit. ADA and BNB is only down about 6%. But yeah. Oh yeah, guys. What a crazy day here. Let me go back over here to what's down the most? Chili's? It just gave up a lot of the gains from the last 2 days. It's still holding support though. Let's hope it can continue, because if it breaks down, Chili's is going back down below 10 cents. Ouch. A lot of stuff is primed to just keep on going down. Spell token hitting new lows here. Whatever happened to ICP? There it goes. ICP again, new lows. Oh man, look at these all lows. We never even broke out. We never even had a chance to break out. When we break out, I'm gonna buy some ICP, but I'm not gonna buy it really until you know, ICP is one of those sad stories where they just opened up at the wrong time. They launched right at the end of a bull market, and they've just been crashing ever since. Imagine buying at $250, and now it's down to $4.30. What is that? 98.41% losses here. I don't even know if ICP is going to go to all-time highs again. That's absolutely insane. How low did it end up getting? $3.81. Wow, it was so close to breaking out too. Look at that. So close to breaking out. Just couldn't do it. I think we would have broken out if it wasn't for this FTX and Binance disaster. That's okay. It's just another day in the crypto world. How's the dollar index doing? Oh, sweet. The dollar index finally broke down today. That's good. So we don't need that anymore. And where did we stop? We stopped back along that trend line. Let's go to 4-hour chart. I don't know if we're going to bounce off of this or we're going to crash again for the dollar index. We want to see the dollar index go down if you want to see assets go up. I would like to, if the dollar index decides to go back up and break out sometime over the next few weeks, next week, I would say next week, that'd be pretty much a bad sign for stocks and crypto at the same time here. ICP will never find a bottom. Exactly. Definitely a rough time for ICP, guys. Very, very bad. I mean, just look at Ethereum here. We talked about, shorting Ethereum. Let me go back over here. It's trying to hold on to support right now, but the short that you guys would have done last night, if you guys, or even early this morning, was that one right there. But it was so weird because of the volatility that came from the announcement that Binance was going to be buying FTX. That's what was so unexpected. I thought everybody, this is why I believed. I believed that Binance was just going to let FTX burn and flail around until they were so cheap they can buy it for a lot cheaper. But I think there was a real concern at the end of the day that FTX was really just going to go bankrupt. And then when the news finally came out, short squeeze happened, and then after that, after the squeeze, it just tanked. Nice and easy, just tanked. So it would have been a very short-term trade, maybe a 5x leverage. What would that be if you were scaling out right here? About 50, no, let's say 45% profit for maybe just holding for a couple hours. But I mean, that was a risky trade right there all in itself. But at least Ethereum, again, Ethereum is way higher than the lows. Ethereum to this day is still 49% higher than the June lows. While Bitcoin is below the June lows, Ethereum is still doing fine. So when we talk about dominance. Well, let's probably go over here. You can see Bitcoin dominant just going down and down and down. Maybe let's go to the last 3 months. Continuing to go down. And what's gaining dominance right now? Sort it out over here. 5.7. Yeah, stable coins are gaining dominance right now. That's pretty much what's happening. People are selling off their assets and just putting it into, Tether, USDC, things of that nature. 1 year now. Yeah, we've really started to come down. Have we been down 38% in a while? Yeah, we haven't been 38% in a long time. Which one is this right here? That just others? Okay. XRP, Cardano, Doge. Dogecoin gained a lot of dominance. That's understandable. Same with Polygon. Oh, USD coin is going down though in dominance. BNB is gaining. I guess people are just moving it over to BNB. There you go. There you go, guys. Bitcoin's making a little bit of a pop off here. That's good news for us. You should replace your Luna stream with an ICP second chart. I wish. They just, not every chart can do seconds really nicely. Like here's an FTT chart. It doesn't really work as nicely. This one's actually not too bad. But some charts are very, very slow for some reason when it comes to like this. I don't know why. Some are very slow. I think it's just liquidity. It is liquidity. What am I talking about? But you talked about ICP. Yeah, ICP is one of those things where not enough people are trading it, so the second chart always looks so freaking ugly. But over here with FTT, it's actually looking okay. A little bit of a rebound up here. Definitely some volatility though. But we're still going up here. We just have to wait to see if there's another big drop coming for Bitcoin. Right now we're just in this weird cool off period, and we might even tank over the next hour or two. And hey, Brandon, what do you think happens with the FTX Voyager deal now? It's kind of all up in limbo now. Until they figure out what to do, I think we're not going to hear much about people getting their money back for the next few months. Unless this is a very smooth, easily done deal, which I just don't think can happen with how bad FTX kind of screwed this up with Alameda. But I don't think we're going to hear much news about the deal for the foreseeable future here. For the next few months, I would say. As far as like people getting their money. And hey, GD, what do you think the end of the day will add up to? Oh boy, I think elections may end up screwing us over a little bit more, especially as we kind of go towards the. Let me see this. If you're like the next 3 hours and 15 minutes before the daily candle ends, maybe I would say probably 17,500 to 19,000 seems like a pretty good range for me. But I'd probably say we're gonna probably somewhere around the 19,000, 19,500 level. And then after that, I think we may wake up a little bit more. Then they might see a little bit more of a worse day tomorrow. Shorts are just licking their wounds right now after, like, you know, not even licking the wounds. They just scaled out a little bit and they're waiting for another opportunity to enter back in, because we already did break through the June low support for Bitcoin, which means we can go down a lot more here. So I'd probably say somewhere just around $19,000, but not too bad. But okay, everybody, I'm gonna call it a day for it now. If the market continues to kind of go crazy, I'll hop back on for a little bit of time. But my plan here, guys, is to make a lot of videos for you guys, and what I'm trying to do is build up some revenue for the YouTube channel. So what I'm trying to do here over the next few days is put out a lot of basic tutorials. So I'm going to do a couple posts, keep an eye out for them, and I'm going to ask you guys what are some simple things you want to learn how to do on TradingView. So like I'm going to do videos about how to, like, it's very simple videos that you guys will understand, but like how to add RSI indicator to charts, how to add oscillator to charts, how to do what is bullish divergence, what is bearish divergence. Those simple things, they're probably going to be like a 1 to 2 minute videos, but I'm hoping that people will search for those things, and I can give them the information they need. So I'll do a couple posts later on asking you guys what you guys want to know as far as those simple things. But keep an eye out for the market. I'll hop back on if something really goes crazy. But yeah, guys, be very careful. Be very mindful of which exchanges you guys are using. There is definitely some chaos right now, and it would not be a surprise if the market like really decides to go down a lot further. If the news comes out over the next few days that Binance is not going to really be buying FTX, and they just couldn't find a way to get the deal done, that would end up being a very bad move for the entire market. So just be careful with it, okay, guys? Okay, sorry, guys, I'm tired. Ooh. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys maybe a little bit later. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow after the election's over. Thanks.